Hello, Saurabh Maheshwari sir. Welcome to our YouTube Zoom meeting. And he's the director of AJE Consultants Private Limited, a part of Dev Maheshwari Group. And his website is devmaheshwari.com, and he also has a YouTube channel. So kindly introduce yourself to our YouTube viewers.
Thank you so much for the invite, John. It's a pleasure being here. Uh, essentially, as a background, I was a banker in my earlier profession. When I was employed with ICICI Bank and Reliance Capital, I used to lend money as my primary job. And I did that for 10, 11 years. And for the past 11 years, I've been in corporate finance. I do a lot of consulting with small and large corporates. And my personal passion remains talking about money. So here we are talking about money and how it affects you and me in day-to-day life, John.
Okay, sir. Happy to know about that. And sir's website is on the display. And also, sir has a YouTube channel in his name, Saurabh Maheshwari. So subscribe to that and also watch all his videos. Sir has about some 110 videos in that. And his official website is devmaheshwari.com. And on that, you have his homepage and about his team members and his private equity related details and the services they offer. And few of our thoughts, there are a lot of blogs on that. You can also go through that. And also the contact information is there. So now I will, Sarah has also wrote some three books. I will talk about those books a little bit. And these are the books. Uh, Fail Forward, a guide to triumph from Indian business blunders. And you have the ASN number here. And you can use this number to search it on Amazon. And ISBN number is for ordering it on any bookstore or in some other platform. If you see that this book is available by the retailer, you can purchase it from there as well. And this is the image of the book. And the second book is No Nonsense Business Turnarounds. And this is written by Saurabh Maheshwari sir, and co-authored by Mr. Ram Parthasarathy. And its ASN number and ISBN number are here. And another one is Managing Finance During a Crisis, Planning and Managing Your Finance and Personal Finance During Difficult and Good Times. And this ASN number is there. And I have also, as I all know, I am your YouTube blogger, and I also wrote a book about earn money 24 by 7 a day, 24 hours a day, and 7 days a week, and passive income even after you die. This is how the book title, and how you are going to do that is you are going to convert your daydreaming into action and reality by converting it into content, so that you will be opening your subconscious mind power and become an influencer. And this book ASN number and ISBN number are also here, and I will give those on the description as well. So go to the description and click on the more tab and visit sir's website. There will be lots more of information about a lot of things there. Yeah, I showed you the blogs recently. So visit that, and also sir is about some 110 videos. And quickly getting into the topic, the key points to be discussed are four. One will be about finance literacy, and another one thing is estate planning, and then regular finance health checkup, and what are all the red flags. That's what are all the danger zones in your personal finance. These are all going to be the key points on discussing on that. And Saurabh sir, do you want to tell something before we get into the discussion?
No, John, it's a fantastic book you've written. Thank you for that. It's a very interesting book. I would urge the viewers to go through John's book. Uh, John himself is a very, very positive person and he's doing a good job here. So, yeah, let's continue.
Okay, sir, and also never fail to visit SaaS book, because those are mainly keenly into business focus and also finance planning. And I also emphasized in my book last pages that finance planning is much important than what the business you do, because whatever you earn, it should multiple. So SaaS business are mostly about finance and how to overcome during difficult situation as well. So now quickly getting into the point, and sir will talk about the first point, finance literacy and education, because many Indians are lacking in this finance literacy, because they would be engineers, doctors, scientists, they earn a lot. But when they miss out on where to invest and how to multiple that to overcome inflation, that's a very big loss for them. So, sir will talk about this effects and the ability to make informed decisions. Sir, please go ahead.
Thank you, John. Now, financial literacy, I meet people on a day in, day out basis. I meet bankers, I meet employees who just started their businesses, their careers, and I also meet businessmen who do, you know, revenue sales covering from a couple of crores to hundreds of crores. Now, everywhere, what I see in common is that their idea of financial literacy or their idea of money is very, very limited and very, very, I would say, not enough in terms of what should be there. Part of the reason is our education system, where we never talk about money in our entire 12 years of formal classroom education from class 1 to 12. We don't talk about money. Even in our graduation, post graduation, we hardly have a few sessions on money. Even our parents don't talk about money with us when we are young. In fact, I bet most of you growing up never knew what your parents' balance sheet was, what their parents' financial situation, your parents' financial situation was. So that is something which is very, very, uh, you know, prevalent in the country. Now, since we don't talk about money, so when we get our first salary or when we first start earning from the business, we really don't know what to do with it. The financial literacy is lacking. So what do? We then go to Google, do a quick search how to invest money, click on the first few links and invest. And that may not be the most optimum way of investing money. That may not be the most optimum way for you as a person. So that is where the financial literacy part comes in. Now there are a lot of YouTubers who are trying to fill this gap of financial literacy, but everyone is giving you general information. The financial literacy part is useful when you apply it to your individual situation. Now, everyone knows that there's something called mutual funds where we invest. Now, how do mutual funds work? I'm sure half of you don't know. Similarly, everyone says you should take life insurance, health insurance, but a lot of people go and then take annuity plans and retirement plans in insurance, which are actually not advisable at all. But since you don't know the product, you're being missold. Similarly, a lot of insurance agents and mutual fund distributors are paid as commissions of the amount they sell to you. So again, their priority is their income. Their priority is not your well-being. So financial literacy is what plays its part here, and it should start right from your childhood. You as young parents should start teaching, should start, teaching your children about finances, money, saving the money, how to operate a bank account, how to, what is the difference between a savings bank account, a fixed deposit. You should start with your children very young so that by the time they are young adults, they are well aware of what's around you. So that's what I personally believe. Indians lack financial literacy. There is no financial education platform. SEBI on its own is trying to do something, but it's again geared towards young adults, 23, 24, 25-year olds and beyond. But what about the young population? What about a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old? I believe financial literacy should start from that age. And yes, that's the thought process.
Okay, sir, and thanks for the initial insight on this topic. And now we will be moving on to the next one. What about real estate planning? Is it about real estate, or does that include, you have also
No,
included
no,
wills?
no. Estate planning is not about real estate. Estate planning is essentially planning for how your assets will be divided once you die. So essentially, we have seen a lot of Indian parents and grandparents not make a will. They do not decide how will their assets be divided. They do not, take that decision. They assume that the brothers will continue loving each other even after they are gone and divide it, do what's good for everyone else. But priorities change. There are two parts to estate planning or will planning or planning after your death. One is how your assets will be divided, and two is what is the tax implication of those decisions. Now, to start off with, we've seen enough and more, uh, in our daily newspapers and reportings and in our vicinity, in our extended families. What happens when, the assets of the father has to be divided between the sons and the daughters? The number of court cases which are happening challenging those wills and all is increasing every single day. Uh, the time when brothers used to really love each other and care for each other is mostly gone now. Part of it is due to the nuclear family concept, which is slowly and steadily creeping in. And part of it is, I don't know, the westernization, the impact of the Western television on the country. Estate planning essentially means that you as an individual should be very clear that after you're gone, how will your assets be divided? You should appoint a lawyer, make a will, and ensure that the assets are divided as per what you want. This will not only reduce the conflict and friction after you're gone, this will also ensure that your assets are used in places where you wanted them to use. Now, you might want to use them for charity. You might want to use them for something else. You might want to give it to one of the sons who has actually taken care of you, or one of the daughters who has taken care of you. But that is the estate planning part of it. The second part is the tax implication. Now, in India, there is a tax implication on any kind of income which comes from inheritance. Earlier, the property which used to come from father to son as inheritance used to have no cost associated to it, except for court probate and all. But nowadays, there is a 3% stamp duty on it for transferring the property on it, at least in Maharashtra. I'm sure similar stamp duties in other states also. Uh, also, how the assets are transferred to you, what are the long-term, short-term capital gains? All this has to be taken care of. And that is something which a professional chartered accountant or a professional finance guy will be able to help you with. But where I see a lot of friction today and where I see a lot of issues today is this, that people really think they will live forever and they don't bother about what's going to happen to the family, to the assets once they're gone. So estate planning is critical, often overlooked, and I personally believe that in addition to starting the financial education early, we as responsible individuals should also look at our estate planning from today.
Okay, sir. Thanks for the insight you gave about the will and other important things. And I also thought you'd be speaking about some real estate or something, but I never thought that after getting the real estate and all the property, transferring it in a proper way is much essential to avoid problems,
Absolutely.
even after a person dies. So now, the third point we are going to insist on this is regular financial health checkup, periodic review on one's financial health are often neglected. And in my book also, I insisted on this word that no one cares for your money other than you, as you care. So
Correct.
I am very happy that you are also going to talk about this point. So please give an insight on that, sir.
Joel, now when we talk about our financial health, you get to know about your financial health once you know, make your balance sheet and your monthly expenditure, income and expenditure statement. If your assets are more than liabilities, you are okay. Uh, if your liabilities are more than your assets, then you're in trouble any which ways. Similarly, your monthly cash flow statement, income and expenditure statement will tell you whether you have enough money left over at the end of the month, for repaying your loans and for saving money, or you are in the other way where you're spending more than you're earning. So those are two parts which become a part of your initial health checkup. Okay, whether I'm earning more than I'm spending or the other way around, or whether my assets are more than my liabilities or the other way. Now, uh, how much, is your net worth as such? Somebody might be happy with a 20 lakh net worth. Somebody might be very disappointed with a 2 crore net worth. So we'll not get into the quantum of it, but the basic concept. Okay. Income should be more than expenses and assets should be more than liabilities. This is the first step of any kind of financial planning, whether it's for a business or whether it's for a person. Now, once you do this, this is a constantly changing matrix. It is not constant. Your income changes. Your income grows over a period of time. Sometimes it falls also, but most of the time it grows. Your expenses go up every year. Your school fees go up. Your petrol prices go up. Your house maintenance goes up. Your salaries you pay to your house help goes up. So your expenses tend to go up only over a period of time. So it's very important for you to measure your income levels and expenditure levels on regular intervals. So that if you've got to do some sort of a course correction, you have time to do it. You can plan it and do it early rather than realizing it very, very late. Once nothing can be done. Also, same thing applies for your balance sheet also, for your asset and liability statement also. Your assets are valued at a certain amount today. Your liabilities are a certain amount today. You have to measure it consistently. You have to measure it, let's say, on a every quarterly basis, if not on a monthly basis. I personally have a balance sheet made every month. So that's my personal. Uh, and it's very important to see if your net worth is growing over a period of time or not. Why? Because there is something called inflation which is there, right? Your net worth of 50 lakh today, if it remains constant after the next 10 years, after 10 years, 50 lakh has much lesser of a value than it has today. So net worth also has to grow according to inflation and it has to beat inflation for you to be in a financially safe and sound position. So that is where, a constant measurement of income expenditure balance sheet. Now, where most of us fail is one, we don't make these statements. As individuals, as salaried people, we just look at our bank statements are unhappy. Okay, last month my 5 lakh rupees. This month it is 5 lakh 50,000. But have your liabilities gone up? We don't know. Has your credit card bill gone up, which is not paid yet? If you pay that, then it becomes 4.5 lakh rupees. We don't know. So that is where uh, that's the first mistake. We don't simply make these statements. The second mistake which we do is we make it once and we forget it. Then we go to it straight in the end of next year. When the CA tells me, give me all the information, that is when we look at it. Now that means if you are overspending, let's say 50,000 a month, if you go to it after 12 months of time, then you have already spent 6 lakhs more than you have earned. So that means you've already eroded your net worth by 6 lakh rupees. You've already used up your saving worth 6 lakh rupees. That's not a good thing to do, of course. And you could have easily corrected it had you measured it. But since you haven't measured it regularly, you can't correct it. So that is where, making these statements on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, on a very regular basis is very, very important. Uh, I personally believe we as Indians don't go to doctors simply because if we get some sort of a fever, we say, okay, I'll eat a paracetamol, I'll be okay. But what is the underlying reason why you got that fever is the question. That is what you can identify if you make these statements. So I personally believe the three major issues which, bother, which affect all of us in terms of our personal financial lives is these three items which we just discussed. The first one, of course, remains the financial literacy part. We were not taught money by our parents and by our school system, education system, which is very important for us to learn. Since we were not taught, our learnings, whatever we learn, is through trial and error, is through watching others, which may or may not be applicable to us. The second part, which is there, is the estate planning part. Okay, we learn about personal finances, we try and make some money, we are live a comfortable life. But we don't know what will happen after we go. Will my wife be comfortable? Will my children be comfortable? How do I, you know, distribute the money? That is one part which we really lack. And the third part which we lack is the regularity of the health, financial checkups or financial statements to be made and to see the trend of how your it is moving. On a standalone basis, you might have a 2 crore net worth, but last year you had 3 crore. So you're actually trending down. Or it can be the other way around. You had 1 crore last year, this year you have 2 crore net worth. You're trending up. So trends are what will tell you what your financial health is. So these three are very, very important parts, Joel, which we need to look at as an individual, as a business. Same applies to business also. And yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for the things you said about financial health checkup. Because if we don't analyze ourselves every day, every month at least, where we stand on finance, and for people investing on equity-related things, which is very highly volatile, they have to check it at least once in a day. So if they don't do that, they don't know where they stand, and at the time when the need comes, they get into a bad financial situation. So thank you very much for giving a great insight on that. And now it's like when they check it as well, they should understand where the red flags are. That's like there is their personal financial situation good for the day and good for a month or a year, and where they would be, where they are messing around, and what the changes they have to do. So that's a fourth point we are going to discuss about what are the few red flags indicating the personal financial situation of an individual in a mess. So please give an insight about that, sir.
Uh, Joel, tell me, if your personal finance is not in order, what will happen? Uh, you won't have any savings left over. Your bank account will show 500,000 rupees at the end of the month. That's the basic thing. Your installments, your loan installments, your mutual fund investments, sometimes they will get delayed, sometimes they'll bounce. They may not, but there's a high chance. In case of an emergency, if you get some sort of a hospitalization, if you've got your car meets with an accident, since you don't have money in your bank, you just have to swipe your credit card. You don't have a choice of paying through a UPI or because you don't have the money, right? Then travel, right? Your wife has to travel urgently to her hometown. You don't have the money. So what will you do? You'll again borrow for her tickets, whether through a credit card or through a friend or so on and so forth. But this travel is a basic expense, right? It's not really a out of ordinary expense. It's not really a you know want. It's a need. So you have to borrow to meet those basic expenses. Uh, since you don't have money in the bank, you will not save. You will not invest. When the opportunity comes, you will always say, I don't have the money to save or invest. You will miss those opportunities. A lot of times, when this is the situation, we don't open our credit card bills at the end of the month. We open it once we get our salary credit in hand. Okay, now we'll look at it. So these are a few simple basic indicators, which tell me, okay, your financial health is, really, really bad. Uh, Another indicator is that we simply don't want to talk about our money. If we have money, enough money in the bank, if we have enough, uh, savings and investments in place, we want to talk about. We want to tell people I'm doing good. But when it's the other way around, I don't want people to know, yeah, I'm in a stressed situation. I'm in a difficult situation. I don't want people to. So I will not talk about. So all these things, simple measures, simple pointers will tell me at any point of time that my personal financial situation is bad. And if any of this applies to the viewer of this channel, then I would strongly suggest you make an income and expenditure statement and a balance sheet immediately. At least know how bad it is. Once you know how bad it is, then you can, apply the corrective measures. If it's a simple fever, a paracetamol will do. But if it's something more, then you need, further antibiotics and ये सब in the system to cure the ailment. So what I would, so any of these things, no money in the bank at the end of the month, credit card bills were not being paid in full, paid in part, no money to spend on emergencies, taking debt too for emergencies. All these are very, very clear signals of a person's financial life not being what it should be. So that is what it is, Joel. I would, honestly, the topic is so sensitive. We can do an entire 5, 6 hour session on this, but lack of time. So, so the four things, the which everybody says, make a budget, invest first, spend later. These are 3, 4 things which I would want, the viewers of the channel to look at, and then, start working towards improving the financial life of your own.
Of course, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable time. And also, I'm looking forward to interview you on more topics and about your books in future in our YouTube channel. And for viewers who like to know more from our sir's interview, sir has a YouTube channel as well. I already showed you that. Those links will be on the description. Subscribe to sir's channel. He has made about some 110 videos, looking lots more videos from sir's channel as well. And for our channel as well, whenever we both are free, I will invite sir to give some interview. And another one thing is, sir's books are available on Amazon Kindle, and my book is also available on Amazon Kindle. You can, if you have Amazon Kindle subscription, unlimited subscription, you can read those books through Amazon Kindle. And for those who have Amazon Prime also, there will be limited access on Amazon Kindle given. So if you have Amazon Prime TV subscription, which you use for your OTT platform, cinema views and other web series views, you will be having Amazon Kindle views as well for that. And apart
Right.
from that, ASN number is for searching the book easily. It will be on the description. You can just put it on the Amazon search box and find the books. And also, if not, you can try with the title, because when you try with the title, you will get lots of books. So you have to scroll around and check. So ASN number and ISBN number are short methods. And Sarah's two books are available on paperback as well. You can buy that and read it whenever you are free. And my book is also available on Amazon as both in Kindle and paperback format. That's a printed book. So use those as well and watch my channel, subscribe, thumbs up. And thank you very much for your time, sir. Anything else you like to say to our viewers at the end?
No, I would just want to say that you're doing a good job, Joel. And I like the fact that you have a very, very diverse set of interests. I see a lot of interest in aquariums and marine life. I see a lot of interest in personal finance. I see a lot of interest in growth, in becoming financially independent, in
So the voices got cut off.
sorry. So sorry for that. So I see a lot of good things you're doing. So just keep up the good work. And it was great talking to you, Joel.
Okay,
And
sir.
I do look forward to, further discussions.
Okay, so thank you very much for your times, and viewers. Press the thumbs up, share, like, and comment. Share your valuable comments so that in future, when we get a chance, I will also check with sir about those and also purchase the books. Look at the description by pressing the more tab below this video. Thank you very much for coming in, sir. Bye to all the viewers and sir. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.